This is a historic moment, and there's no better place to have a historic moment than at a museum. I'm here at the Land Cruiser Heritage Museum in Salt Lake City for the unveiling of the all-new Land Cruiser. It's finally back in the United States for 2024. Last time that it was on sale here in the US, the Land Cruiser started at more than $85,000. But now Toyota says that they're getting back to what Land Cruiser was always all about, which is a highly capable off-road SUV at an accessible price point. And to accomplish that, they're basically introducing a new trim. It's going to start in the mid $50,000. That alone is headline worthy, because when was the last time that you saw something everyone is talking about going down in price? The new base trim, which is here behind me, is called 1958 after the year we first got the Land Cruiser in the US. The middle trim is called Land Cruiser Full Stop, like Cher, needs no other name. And then the top one is called First Edition. That's going to be a limited 5,000 units only in North America. It's got this super blocky look, which is both very on trend for rugged SUVs right now and very authentic to the Land Cruiser lineage. The A-pillar has been moved back a little bit, which is good for visibility, and it's got a shorter front overhang, which of course is good for your approach angle. It's 30 degrees for the base 1958 trim, 31 for this Land Cruiser Full Stop and the top trim.
18-inch alloy wheels are standard across the lineup, but you can opt for 20-inch wheels on that middle trim if you want to. The Land Cruiser is going to be available in 7 exterior colors, and the First Edition also gets a two-tone option with a gray roof.
LED headlights and fog lights are standard. They're color selectable fog lights on this middle trim and up, which I think is a super cool feature. And then as you can see, this middle trim has rectangular headlights. The base one that we were looking at outside has round headlights, as does the top trim. I want to say that I really appreciate that Toyota has made the heritage features the base trim. A lot of automakers are going to charge extra for all those kind of heritage design cues, but I think it's really cool that this is the base thing. They're basically saying it's the foundation of the model, it's the foundation of the lineup. I love that. This is a new Land Cruiser, so it's got to be better than the old one, right? Well, we can bet that at least it's going to be more fuel efficient, even though EPA estimates aren't out yet, because not only is it a tad smaller, it's also a hybrid.
So that 17 miles per gallon highway that the old one got should be a thing of the past. All 2024 Land Cruisers get a turbocharged 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine that's paired with an electric motor and a battery pack, making a total of 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. The Land Cruiser can tow up to 6,000 pounds, and it comes standard with a trailer hitch. Of course, they're all 4-wheel drive. What else would we expect? The new Land Cruiser has a new double wishbone front suspension with twin-tube shocks and a multi-link rear suspension with coil springs. It's got 17-inch disc brakes front and rear. The new Land Cruiser lineup has a lot of what you'd expect for the price and the prowess, like a center-locking differential, 2-speed transfer case with high and low range, vehicle stability control, automatic limited slip diff, and electronic locking rear differential.
And then there's some new fun features like a push-button disconnect for the front stabilizer bar or sway bar. Obviously, you're going to want that connected when you're driving on-road, but off-road, it's good if you get a little more freedom for your wheels to move independently of each other. You're going to be able to disconnect that right with the push of a button if you get the middle trim or the top trim. It's not available on the base trim. It's a little funny because I think some people who are serious about off-roading are going to want to get the cheaper one just because they know they're going to want to beat it up. But historically, this has been a premium feature. For example, if you want to get this on a Wrangler, you're going to have to go for the Rubicon.
Middle and top trims also get Toyota's multi-terrain select system, which now works in both 4-high and 4-low, and they all have the crawl control feature. A heated steering wheel and heated seats are standard, but in true back-to-basics fashion, there are cloth and manual adjust seats for that base 1958 trim. The middle trim gets heated and ventilated seats with soft-tech surfaces, and then the top trim gets real leather and some other unique interior design elements like First Edition logos. You can get heated and ventilated leather seats on the middle or top trim with the premium package, which will also add a moonroof. The base trim has an 8-inch touchscreen display and a 6-speaker sound system, while higher grades get the 12.3-inch display and a 10-speaker sound system, or, with the premium package, those two higher grades can get a 14-speaker JBL premium sound system instead. All versions are running the latest Toyota infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's got standard wireless charging, 2 USB-C ports up front, and the option to add them for the back seats as well. So this is well equipped, and you're definitely going to be comfortable, but it's not super bougie like the old Land Cruiser was getting to be. We have Lexus for that. This, again, is supposed to be a more affordable take on the off-road body-on-frame SUV. Toyota's multi-terrain monitor camera system comes with the middle and top trims, and all 2024 Land Cruisers come standard with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0.
This is the part in our program where normally I would talk to you about pricing, but I've already shared everything that I know. All the info that's available right now, what we know is this will be starting in the mid $50,000. We're really excited to get to be on the leading edge of information as it comes out about the Land Cruiser, and we're absolutely going to keep you posted. Of course, we will be doing a full video test drive review as soon as we get a chance to drive this thing. So please stay tuned. Best way to do that, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.